Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France deck G456 game with touldin, PJ17, and mercator. Just a little PSA before I start talking about this too much. What I'm going to do is I've created this stream announcements channel on our Discord, and I'm going to use this, and hopefully other streamers will use this as a way to announce when they're going to stream, because I know it's not always super convenient. I turn on the stream. I usually turn on the stream and then just like hop right into it, and I know it's not like everyone's sitting waiting for me to start, so you can easily miss the draft. So I'm going to start trying to post in here. So if you want to give a follow on the Twitch channel or the Discord channel and have this channel at least unmuted, then that's a way to get those notifications. Dropping a couple frames so far, so that's unusual because we've gone like so many hours without a single dropped frame. If it happens again, I might have to see if my roommates are torrenting. They might be. All right, let's take a look at this pile. I see Barrel Maker, Reeve, Tutor. Well, Reeve in the game means Tutor is like basically a guaranteed 6-point card. And then I think Barrel Maker is also really strong. So let's think about what might come back. If these are the first 3 picks that get taken, then probably Trailblazer's the 4th. We're looking at Manual Laborer, Cowboy, Stockbroker, Basket Maker, Bargaining Harvester. And not too excited about any of them. I think I'll take Barrel Maker. I'm pretty unimpressed with Tutor in this opening hand, even with Reeve very likely to also get picked. I think what I'm going to do is grab Barrel Maker here, and then I don't get let down so much if I don't get something good on the rebound. Like Basket Maker is fine. Basket Maker is a good card. Like Basket Maker plus Barrel Maker is a pretty solid way to feed my family, at least for a decent while, but I don't know if I'm going to want to play 7 occupations. Alright, Capitalist is awesome, so I'm probably taking Capitalist here. It feeds into Barrel Maker quite nicely. You know, I want big wood actions. Yeah. Capitalist looks great. And again, whatever I get back here, I'm not really that impressed with. Yeah. This might be like a game where I only play 2 or 3 occupations total, and not all 7 that the Reeve and the Tutor would want to push me towards. And I mean, it's possible that the other players, it's possible that I could win the Reeve at 5 occupations if nobody's particularly impressed with their occupations. That's definitely a possibility. Oh, I should also say we're trying out a variant. It's been proposed in the past but never really caught on, and I think people are maybe a little more open to trying it now. We're trying a variant where the person who sits in the 4th position in round 1, whoever sits 4th in round 1 gets 1 food in round 5 is the so we're gonna try this out, because usually when you're in 4th, there's like you have like the win percentage is like 28, 28, 28, 20, 20 or something like that, 22. Basically, the first 3 seats have a pretty flat win percentage, and then the person who sits in seat 4th has like a some percent disadvantage. Lumen made a really interesting point about that, talking about you know, in 95% of your games, it's very likely that sitting in 4th, your whole draft doesn't go up in flames. But there is that 1 game out of 20 where you sit in 4th and you have just such a big loss because of that in terms of your draft that that it like one food is not enough to compensate. So it's interesting. I don't know what the option would be. Maybe you say fourth player can use free occupation in round 1 even if it's blocked. I don't know. That would change quite a bit as well. So I don't know. All right, third pack here. What are we thinking about for our capitalist? I really haven't gotten anywhere near that decision. Yeah, I'm not really sure. What do I like here? So a card like Miller is great in a Reeve game because you can just play Miller as an alternative to building a major minor, and you're paying 1 food just to play an occupation. Increase your played occupation count. We got Clay Plaster or Tile Maker here. I think I'm unlikely to get both of them though. Master Tanner is okay. Master Tanner can have a hard time if you don't have a way of getting those animals really reliably. Peace Worker's not bad. I think I'll take the Master Tanner here. Tile Maker's not bad to build a cooking hearth early, but I don't want to. I might want to go to a stone house, so not really decided on any of those things yet. I like Master Tanner. I think it's quite a solid card. And there's Master Fencer. So Master Fencer is not a bad reason to go up to a stone house. I mean, I've talked at length about Storehouse Minder. I think it is a great card. We've got Manufacturer. We've got Puppeteer. Puppeteer going to be pretty good for the Reeve bonus potentially, although it's a little unreliable. I need a Minder emote by now. I do like the card, that's for sure, Lumen. Master Fencer is pretty high upside, and there's also a chance that I could do a 2-room stone house. If I get a card, if I pull a card like Lighthouse, Master Tanner, Master Fencer, probably enough reason for me to go to a 2-room stone house. Manufacturer is quite good though. And you know what? Manufacturer plus Barrel Maker is pretty nice. The problem with Manufacturer is I'm not building a cooking hearth, so then the converting the goods for Master Tanner becomes quite a bit more difficult. So I'm not sure if this is the right move, but I'm going to take Master Fencer here. And then we got Cowboy back. We also got Reeve back. Wow. Well, I'm feeling a lot better about taking Reeve as my 5th pick from this pile than I was about picking any other card. Cowboy's not bad because it lets me take the boar and the cattle unblockably for Master Tanner. It also provides a way to hold a breeding pair until I get my cooking hearth up. So Cowboy with Master Tanner is quite good. I wonder if I should take Reeve though. Reeve plus Capitalist, there's my 7 wood for my Barrel Maker right off the hop. Don't think I'll take Bargaining Harvester or Basket Maker. I think the pick's between Reeve and Cowboy. Cowboy plus Master Tanner seems fun. If I take Reeve, though, I have 2 4-wood occupations for stage 1. And that's a lot of wood. So, you know, I could always build a couple stables to hold my breeding pair of boar on. So, take Reeve here. This pick... People have used Agrarian to interesting effect. It's gotten through more often than I thought it would. I don't think I take it here because I can't afford to lose the food in stage 1, not if I want to play Capitalist, Master Fencer, and Barrel Maker. Or sorry, Capitalist, Reeve, and Barrel Maker. Claymaker is okay. Dock Worker is not really very good. The thing is, I don't really have a way of playing Vine Dresser. I like the card, but it would really be dependent on me getting a miner that gives me crops. Agrarian has a 0% win percentage. I mean, I've seen people use it, and it seemed okay, but it takes a very specific game that can play it. Yeah, I'm really not that impressed with Clay Mixer, so I'll take Vine Dresser and swing for the upside that maybe I get a card like Popcorn or something. And Tile Maker really does not work well with Master Fencer, but I'm really unlikely to play Riverman, and I'm really unlikely to play Woodworker. What's the case where I play Woodworker or Riverman? I need a miner that helps me, that costs food but lets me play occupations. So it would have to be something like, what? I don't even know what there would be. What would let me spend food and get occupations and play occupations? Educator. I can only think of occupations, and obviously I'm not getting another occupation here. I think there's just like no way I play Riverman. I think I'm pretty unlikely to play Tilemaker as well. You know what? Tilemaker is just giving points away though. Master Fencer is not just giving away points. If I have to play Tilemaker as my 7th occupation in round 14, I'm going to be giving away points to people. Riverman at least is not giving away the points directly. Farm School? Parchment? Okay. Alright. Ways of playing occupations. I gotta swing for something maybe usable. Yeah. Okay. I've got Reed Nursery here. So I could take Farm School here and then plan to use Reed Nursery to get it online. Farm School would be fantastic if I get any other miner that gets me crops with my Vine Dresser. Like, Farm School to play Master... It doesn't play Barrel Maker well, it doesn't play Capitalist or Reeve, but it could play Master Tanner, Master Fencer, Vine Dresser, Riverman, round 14. Alternatively, I take a card like Parchment. If I think I'm going to plow early and I'm going to want a Cooking Hearth anyways from Master Tanner, then Parchment seems okay. Crystal Ball is also quite good. I think I probably just need to take Farm School here. Farm School is a good card. I like it a lot. It's going to help me play 7 occupations for the Reeve, so sounds okay. So yeah, the plan is I play 3 occupations normally. Whoa. Uh-oh, we got some really good cards here. Well, you know what? I was thinking Bricklayer, Clay Supports, but no, it wasn't Bricklayer. It was Clay Plaster. So Clay Plaster, Clay Supports is quite a bit worse. Okay, throw that aside. Huntsman's Rifle is a way to enable my Master Tanner as an option, but I won't take it here. Oyster Recipe is another way to enable my Master Tanner, but I won't take it here. I mean, Rum Distillery is fantastic. Rum Distillery is basically a reason on its own for me to plow 2 fields and take grain twice in stage 1. And then maybe I forgo building a wood room, plan to get my first family growth with Master Tanner, and go up to a stone house relatively quickly. Try to get my Vine Dresser online as early as possible so that I play 7 occupations very easily. I fence, covering my farm very easily with Master Fencer, and Vine Dresser gets me all 5 of my fields really easily. I think I take Rum Distillery. I don't know if I will go all in on it, but it's an option. It is an option. What have I got here? Spade is pretty meh. Potatoes is quite good. Lumber is meh. Tea is meh. Rotten plow. I mean, rotten plow is a plow action. The problem with this farm school line is that I really want to plow with vine dresser, and farm school needs me to get 2 fields plowed manually. So I'd really like to see a card. I'd really like to have seen something like acreage, or if the dual field could come back, I'd be pretty happy with getting dual field back. I'm gonna take potatoes here. Yeah, if we get dual field back, that would be great. Sunflower farm. Pay 1 grain, have 2 empty fields. If you harvest at least 4 grain during this final harvest, you receive 1 point per harvested grain. That seems pretty good. Anything else I'm taking here? Kitchen table is okay. Although I'm going to want to convert my grain to the rum distillery, not necessarily bake until later in the game. Same issue with bakehouse. Weekly market. So weekly market is an okay way to get my 2 vegetables for vine dresser. However, if I'm going to try to play weekly market, I'm really going to need to plow. I'm really going to need to sow like 3 grain, and that seems overkill. Probably better just to take 1 vegetable and then sow it to get my 2 vegetables. So Sunflower Farm here is quite a good card. So really everything we're seeing is pushing us towards a plowing game. So I think I'm liking this more and more. Oh man, dual field didn't come back. That's too bad. So I could play a card like Reed Nursery. So Reed Nursery, I can sow 2 reed and then harvest those 2 reed, and that enables my farm school. However, I'm still going to need to take grain at some point in the game anyways. So I feel like Reed Nursery is a little worse because of that, and especially with a card like Sunflower Farm, it makes Reed Nursery quite a bit worse. Wild breeding with Master Tanner is a thing. I could take bakery. Yeah, I could take bakery here. I think paper oven is not very good. The reed conversion is quite expensive. So I could take bakery. I could take wild breeding. Downside of bakery is it uses stone, which I want for getting to my stone house. The wild breeding, though, it just has less of an impact. I have a very nice crop game, but I have no source of crops. Exactly. Yeah. This might be a game where I have to plow, take grain twice in stage 1. And so, it just will be worth delaying family growth just because I have so many payoffs in my hand. Bakery. So barrel maker gets me 2 food. Bakery would make that 6 food. With farm school, certainly I want, that takes me down to 4, and then rum distillery puts me back up to 7. So I potentially could be making 7 food per harvest just like automatically without having to bake. And honestly, this is a hand that doesn't really want to bake because all the grain need to go to rum distillery and then hoarded for Sunflower Farm at the end of the game and for vine dresser. I'll take bakery here. See if we can make this work. Hey, Relocren. Yeah, what do we get back here? So now this is where I'm taking... I was going to say I'm taking boar breeding here. But Huntsman's Rifle gives me an alternative to building a cooking hearth for Master Tanner. The problem is I would need to have Huntsman's Rifle in play. Most likely I would need to have Huntsman's Rifle in play, then play Master Tanner, then take 3 boar. What are the odds, or 2 boar? What are the odds that my opponents give me that sequence? Probably not very high. So I think I'm probably needing to make a fireplace or a cooking hearth anyways, in which case I'm going to take boar breeding here. Syrup tap is quite good. However, I think with rum distillery, bakery, and potentially an early stone house, think I'm not going to take it here. I also have two 4-wood occupations and another occupation that gives a ton of wood too. So, yeah. Milking Shed is an okay round 14 play for this kind of hand because it runs out of points. If I do a 2-room house, it does run out of points. But what are the odds that I have 3 extra stone and 2 extra clay? Pretty low, right? I could take spade here. I'm probably unlikely to play it, but you know what? It's a cheap miner in the way that none of my other miners are cheap. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to plow twice and we're going to take grain twice in stage 1. And just be kind of crazy. Do I take grain twice? The problem is if I don't take grain twice, then I can't play rum distillery. But what are the odds that I plow twice, take grain twice, and then have... The wood is not a problem because of my 2 4-wood occupations. Now, you know what? I'm not going to be able to plow twice and take grain twice because I would rather get my barrel maker online. So I could play 3 occupations, capitalist, barrel maker, reeve, and plow once, take grain once, and sow. So that's 6 actions. So touldin gets a food in round 5 because we're playing that variance. Ock, barrel is the only way that fits. Yeah, and that's going to be extremely precise. So I think probably I'm plowing once and taking grain once and sowing once. And then maybe in stage 2, I plow and sow again. And then that would be the time for me to play rum distillery once I've gotten those 2 on the board. I'm not going to take 3 wood here. I'm not going to take expensive ock here. I'm going to plow a field. Master Stableman here for Mercator. Glad I'm not planning on taking those early sheep. I'm going to try to be patient and get cheap ock. And when I can't get cheap ock, I'm going to baby rage. And say, well, if I can't have cheap ock, then I'll just plow a field. Screw you guys. Touldin plays tutor. So touldin got the tutor, and then these 2 guys did not take the reeve, which was interesting. It is a, yeah, first action plow. It is a whoa. Especially because PJ17 gets Reedstone food into 3 wood, which is a fantastic start. I have to really bank that I'm gaining on action efficiency for this to be the right play. And I think it is. I think Farm School is great. I think Rum Distillery is great. I have great payoffs in Sunflower Farm and Bakery. I have great payoffs for, you know, I have a way to play all 7 of my occupations. I have Reeve, so I can control its going in. Actually, like your move a lot later. First actions will be better. Yeah, like in round 2, I might get cheap occupation. And if I don't get cheap occupation, I'll get 3 wood or whatever. I'll get something that, you know, I didn't really give up much, I don't think. So I'm a nice guy. Thank you. Thank you, Mariska. I fooled you into thinking that I'm a nice person. Fooled you with my play. PJ is probably the least experienced person at the table. Give him something to make it more even. There you go. All right, I'm going to play my Reeve here. No, I'm not going to play my Reeve. I'm going to play Capitalist. No, I don't want to. Yeah, Capitalist marking grain. Yeah, Capitalist marking grain. Although that will make Plow Sow very contested for my son. Thing is, I think I'll hit it with, if I hit a good Sunflower Farm, then I'm in good shape. But I don't want to make other people contest for it. So I think I'll mark something different. Maybe I'll just mark vegetables. Grain is safe, yeah. Thing is, I don't want to make other people really contest with family growth or for plow so round 14 with me, but because I'm thinking about my timing for Sunflower Farm. When am I going to play Sunflower Farm? Is it in round 10 and then I sow in round 11? I could sow my grain in round 11 and still harvest it in round 14. I don't know. We should have a village fool emoticon for when I'm being foolish. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Maruska. I mean, it takes time, right? How long have I done videos for? Like 5 years? I've streamed for a long time. And I have, on average, between 2 and 10 viewers. So, yeah, it takes a long time. It's not something that happens overnight. That's for sure. Puppeteer is excellent. Not that interested in any of these actions. I could take 2 wood. Oh, I didn't. I never took my wood for capitalist. Sorry. I think I just plow again. I could take 2 reed. I really don't care about 2 reed though. That's a problem. So here's the question. Am I building a wood room or not? If I'm building a wood room, I should take the 2 reed. Okay, I'll take the 2 reed. Yeah, maybe I should have just plowed. I don't know. It depends on what the family growth queue is looking like, right? If PJ17 grows first and touldin is very far away from building a room, then there's a chance that maybe I could grow like pretty easily, you know, get 2nd or 3rd growth pretty easily. So maybe we can make that work. I really want another good... So, okay, so I'm going to play Reeve. I'm going to play Barrel Maker. So I really want one more good wood action. I want a Reedstone food action. One more good wood action that's enough for me to play Farm School, Rum Distillery, and still trigger Barrel Maker after building a room. And then 3 Reed because it's a wood room plus Farm School, and Reedstone food because the stone is for Rum Distillery. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So if I can get those actions, I'm feeling pretty good. So I don't really care about clay. Actually, where'd the clay go? Oh, Mercator spent it already. I was going to say, where'd that first clay action go? But it's already spent. Yeah, cheap occupation, I guess. I'm wondering if I should expensive occupation because cheap occupation may come back, but I can always take 3 wood with my 2nd action, so. Go ahead and play Reeve here. And if I'm playing Reeve, that makes it much more likely that somebody else takes the expensive occupation. So Barrel first can still take 3 wood. Yeah, the fact that So hasn't come out yet is pretty annoying. I might have to take Traveling Players round in this with my 2nd move. So if I take Traveling Players with my 2nd move, then my round 4 is Barrel Maker plus So. I guess it depends on if the 3 wood comes back. If the 3 wood comes back, then that was probably a big mistake playing Reeve. Yeah, because I could have played Barrel Maker and then still fed without having to take another food grab. We'll see what PJ17 and Mercator do. I mean, to be fair, those 2 3-wood actions are the best actions on the board. There's a chance Mercator Master Stablemans, but there's no pressure on his sheep right now. Whoa, PJ17 just took 3 clay. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Touldin kind of wants traveling players, honestly. Like he needs an occupation that feeds his peace worker. What did I pass him? I guess he has basket maker probably. So he's planning to use peace worker to get extra reed and then use that reed for basket maker. That'd be my guess. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna be a really nice guy here because I do want to play 2 occupations in the last round. So. You're welcome. He knows I have Barrel Maker. Yeah, he knows I have first pick Barrel Maker. Whoa, Touldin playing Jeweler here. Okay. I would not have expected Jeweler because... But, I mean, 2 stone for 3 food. And he gets Reedstone food. And start player, nothing. Ha, really just wanted to guarantee that Reedstone action. So it looks like occupation Barrel Maker into Plow Sow for me. Hopefully PJ17 builds a room with his first move. Yeah, because that's the nice thing about the 2 read action is that it pressures PJ17 to say, if you want the first room, like he doesn't know that I have no intention of building a room this round. If he knows that I have no intention of building a room or I'm not able to, then he can occupation first, but yeah. Yeah, you know what? Too bad I don't have... I got payoff cards. I didn't get cards that helped me get there. That's the problem with crop games, is that, look, I have all these fantastic payoff cards, but I didn't get anything that helps me get it going. But you know what? I have enough payoffs that I think it's worth putting some extra time in early. The big question for me is how do I feed round 7? If I build a room and play like Rum Distillery, it's going to be difficult for me to hit enough wood to trigger Barrel Maker again. So, man, 4 wood. I hate that I'm passing on 4 wood here, but I have to. I have to play Barrel Maker here. It's not getting early game wood is great, but it's not what I need in this game. In this game, it's not what I need. I need it in like round 7. Once I've set up my Rum Distillery and gotten my other stuff going. If they pass me 3 wood, I'm going to be so upset. Please, please don't pass me 3 wood. Take the 3 wood. Please, please, please take the 3 wood. I'm going to hate myself if I have to pass on start player into 6 wood. And maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just do it. Problem is I don't really have any... I guess I'd play Spade, and it gets me a stone when I sow. And then I don't need a Reedstone food action so much, and then I could take 3 reed, but I don't know. I kind of like the food and the reed and the stone out of Reedstone food. Funny how that works. Funny how that works. Yep. I did all this crazy stuff to make sure I got grain in the ground. Yep, I better get grain in the ground. Yeah. First move plow. I think that'll be the title of the video. Although people, I don't know. There's pretty much one person who's like, don't put spoilers in titles. But to be fair, there are probably more people who think that way and just don't comment it. If you could predict how I played this early game, then you have better foresight than I do. And then I want to see you stream so that I can learn how to play this game. I guess I'm gonna be really nice to touldin. Wood FF feed 4. All right. Now can we start playing for real? Touldin says, what are you humming about? It's 6 wood. How are you taking anything other than 6 wood? Whoa! Wants to be ready to play more occupations? I don't even know. This is crazy. This is crazy stuff, guys. Well, 4 wood just or 6. Yeah, 4 wood just became way more likely to get passed around to me, which I'd be quite happy with getting. Because if I get a 4 wood action, then I can play farm school and rum distillery and still hit the barrel maker after building a room. Can I? No, not quite. I'd be at 8, or I'd be at, yeah, at 8. I could play farm school, not rum distillery. So I need 2 at the start of a harvest. Okay. So I still would need a second wood action. 4 wood is not enough on its own. Well, I'll still probably take it anyways. PJ17 just took 6 clay. Whoa. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm doing all this planning. Like, oh, there's no way 6 wood comes back to me. I'm never getting 6 wood with 1 action. Okay. All right. Yeah, guys, I totally knew that I didn't. I was thinking about start player into 6 wood. I totally knew that I was going to get 6 wood back if I so baked instead. Oh, man. I feel so good about that 2 reed grab in round 2 now. I feel really good about it. Because it actually, Mercator was like, I need to first action build or else I might fall behind on the growth queue. And that is fantastic. And in fact, Mercator now can start player to grow next round. Whoa. Start player Parchment. Now the hard thing about Parchment is that he also played Cooking Hearth. And it's difficult to feed with sheep, but then also turn them into occupations. I kind of like to do one or the other. There is a chance I have 4 wood. It's not wrong. Yeah. And my God, 4 wood is still available. I'm going to pass 6 wood. I mean, maybe I get 6 wood next round. 6 wood seems pretty good, guys. What do you think? Plow field here. Oh, man. What is this game? Yeah. So no family growth. So Mercator's got to start player to protect his family growth. So if I take 6 wood and build a room, this is a game of Agricola. All right, new plan. What is my round 7 start player action? Yeah, this is beyond perfect. Yeah, what? I don't even know what's happening. What's my round 7 start player action? I would like to play Rum Distillery. It requires me to get a stone first, though. So I would have to take 6 wood. There's no way I don't get stable blocked, right? There's no way I get family growth round 7. I could play potatoes. I could play spade. But I would really like to get Rum Distillery online first. I'm going to take Reedstone Food here. So now I have the option to start play a Rum Distillery. Yeah, spade would be fine. Potatoes would be fine. Yeah, both of those would be fine options. I would like to play. I think I really would like to play Rum Distillery. I would like I need to start getting that 3 wood or that 3 food because otherwise it's going to be difficult to pay for farm school. Oh my goodness. PJ17 is passing on start player again. Now, he is playing manufacturer here, which is a pretty nice payoff. So we had, sorry, I missed a couple occupations here because I'm thinking about how ridiculous this game is. So Mercator played Weaver. Okay. He played Weaver and it did not immediately pay off because he has only 1 sheep because he paid a sheep for parchment and then a sheep for... Yeah, parchment is hard to make work. Really hard to make work. And then we've got Clay Mixer for touldin. Okay. And then we've got PJ17 playing Manufacturer. So Manufacturer is the most important thing. And then Mercator just does a start player Spices, which is like kind of a nothing move. So I guess I'm playing Build a Room here, eh? And then I can first action start player Rum Distillery, second action, so next round. And this is a game of Agricola that is happening. Oh, man. I have no idea what is happening. Mercator plays Spices, which is not really relevant. So PJ17 really wanted to get his manufacturer online. This is yeah. This is a game. Okay, so oh my god, like I play Rum Distillery on start player. On family growth I play farm school. Like oh my god, family growth round 7 with PJ17 passing on sitting on start player is amazing for me. The fact that Mercator sat on start player is fantastic. Yeah, parchment is really hard. Like cooking hearth, building like with parchment, you want the breeding pair, but you don't want to actually eat the sheep. Like if you want to actually consistently play occupations with parchment, you have to not be eating the sheep. You have to be using them solely for occupations. That's where parchment is hard. Man, there's 6 wood again. But my actions this round are clear. They are very clear what I'm going to do. I play Rum Distillery for 2 wood and a stone. Mercator played Oyster Recipe. So Oyster Recipe as a way of getting food and getting... It's kind of like go on fish, play an occupation. That's basically what Oyster Recipe is. Get some food and play an occupation. I play Rum Distillery, which is like one of the best miners in the game. The fact that the new version, like all the old versions of these cards had a grain in the cost. The fact that Rum Distillery doesn't anymore, it just totally changed how they function, how they play. So yeah, second action. So Oyster is kind of nice with parchment. Yeah. Yeah. As a way to get, 1 incidental sheep but not have to constantly take 2 sheep. Yep. You get more, because part of the problem with this game is that if you want to spam one action over and over, you're getting like diminishing returns because it doesn't go up, like it doesn't accumulate that quickly. But when you can go between 2 different actions, it's good. Rum Distillery used to be stronger. I think you're thinking of Peanut Butter Factory. Peanut Butter Factory what used to be stronger. It was Peanut Butter Factory was Rum Distillery plus Pottery, basically in one action, or in one minor. Yeah, Rum Distillery is really good. I think it used to be weaker, and then they took the grain cost out of it. And I think Rum Distillery used to be 3 wood, 1 stone, and then it got buffed. So, all right, so we're eating a grain. So grain. So I harvest. I should do my harvest here. So grain into 3 food and a point. And then plus wood FF, and I feed 4. Wow. I have 4 food at the end of round 7. Remembering a printed point for one is rum as well. Rum Distillery had a printed point on it, or Peanut Butter Factory? Did it have a printed point on it? I don't remember that. It's been a while. Alright, so we're playing Family Growth here. Mercator is playing Pickler at the start of the round. I'm really happy to see a card like Pickler. Plowsow round 13 and round 14 are like the 2 most important actions in the game, and I will be well set up to take advantage of them. So I'm going to go ahead and very happily play my Farm School here. Farm School is going to play my remaining 4 occupations so that I can get the Reeve bonus. So looks like next up will be probably Vine Dresser, or should it be Master Tanner? Good thing I didn't Capitalist Veg, yeah. Although, to be fair, Capitalist Veg is its scoring category, so I only need to hit 4 vegetables. So you can win the Capitalist points without also winning the Pickler points. But yeah, seems likely that Mercator drafted some vegetable cards. So maybe that's a reason that I didn't get any crop cards in the draft, crop supplying cards, was because I had Mercator in front of, seated in front of me cutting all of them. That's definitely possible. I enjoy the foresight in my early game. Honestly, it wasn't foresight. Like, the thing is, Rilo Kren, this game has gone, like, round 7 Family Growth, I didn't have any control over that. That just happened. PJ17 deciding not to sit on start player, I didn't, that just happened, right? I had an idea of that I had the good payoff cards, and that if I played... What's ridiculous is I went for the payoff cards in the early setup and lost nothing. I got second Family Growth for absolutely no effort. Like, this is ridiculous. I put my actions into my early payoff cards, and I still had the second Family Growth in the game. So, like, I lost very little for it. And my feeding is already really well set up. Yeah, this is a pretty silly game. Okay, I think I play Vine Dresser, because then in round 10, I can take vegetable and sow the vegetable, and then start using Vine Dresser for the rest of the game. And then I would play Master... Am I going to play Master Tanner? I mean, I'll play it. I don't know if I'll use it, is the question. Should I take wood here? Maybe I just take 4 wood here. Four wood is a good action. I will never regret taking 4 wood. Too often our clown strategies either do or don't pay off. Also, some players panic and abandon ship with a 4 wood action or crucial build room. Yeah. Yeah, we did stick to our guns, so thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So I think the play is Vine Dresser round 9. And then depending on how stage 4 goes, I either play Master Fencer or Master Tanner. If I'm getting up to stone for the start of round 12, Master Fencer. However, I have so much wood already that it might just be the correct decision to fence 15. That's definitely possible. before then. However, I do have vine dresser, so I do spend wood pretty well. So I'll need some more wood. So my round 9 is vegetable, plow, sow. No, I think my round 9 will be vegetable, sow. I don't think I'll plow. Because I'll have this, or sorry, not round 9, round 10. Sorry. Ooh, I could. Yeah, if I play vine dresser, I could get an extra field if I plowed. No, I think I just let the grain. I don't want to plow. If I'm going to play vine dresser, I don't want to plow again. So I'm pretty sure I just let the vegetable get sown onto the empty space that will be there in round 10. Yeah, and then I start plowing, and then I plow 4 fields with vine dresser. That sounds good. And then I don't build a 4th room so that I fence 15, covering 6 spaces. Yeah. Seems okay. Seems okay. Yeah. Is 6 wood going to fall into my lap? Six wood might fall into my lap. I could just take the second V manually. Yep. And so in round 11, yep, I could do that. Yeah, take vegetable round 9 and round 10, and then I sow, and then the advantage of that is that I sow an extra grain. Yeah. However, it is adding an action which I don't think I need to do otherwise. The problem with taking 2 vegetables is that if I'm going to be sowing in stage 4, I really don't want to take vegetables twice because I'm not going to feed vegetables. And honestly, I'm looking at Mercator. Mercator has played absolutely 0 cards which provide vegetables. No one else has played any plows, plowed any fields. I think I'm going to win Pickler if I hit 4 vegetables. Yeah, you're right, Sanswell, but I think just 4 vegetables will be enough for Pickler in this game. Mercator plays Trailblazer. Okay, yep, Trailblazer's a good one. So what's the first action going to be here for Mercator? It's read stone food. So I just got 6 wood passed to me again. Yeah, that's a thing. All right, well, I get 2 food from Barrel Maker and I get 3 food from Rum Distillery, so I'm all ready to feed and play an occupation. I'm kind of flabbergasted by this game, to be honest, because it's like this should not be happening. The stuff that I'm getting should not be coming back to me the way that it is. Yeah. So certainly I'll take a vegetable this round, and then my other move could be fence 15. Maybe I could fence 15 and take a pair of animals. I could do that as well. Yeah. The problem with fencing 15 is that I don't proc my Barrel Maker in this harvest, which if I don't play Spade and I don't fence at all, fencing 15 with 19 wood is all the wood I need for the rest of the game. It's 4 vine dresser fields plus all my fencing. However, the food from Barrel Maker is kind of nice as well, so that might be worthwhile not fencing. Maybe I could build some stables. Although touldin is on the build-a-room space, so I have not been following what touldin's been doing at all. Clay supports here is nice. Building 3 rooms is really nice. It's going to feed with Jeweler, I guess. Jeweler's not quite enough, though, is it? He needs his miner to provide 1 food. Which, considering he first action built, seems like it's probably likely that that's going to be the case. Maybe he's counting on someone taking traveling players and getting to play an occupation that provides food. Plays basket maker, that I assume he has. Oh no, PJ 17. Oh, of course, we're only 3 rounds after Family Growth came out. But PJ 17 was always going to Family Growth after touldin builds, so I don't know. Maybe touldin thinks now he can take 4 food fishing to force someone onto traveling players. Thing is, Mercator kind of likes 4 food fishing here too. I don't even know. I think it's looking like I don't really need to play Master Fencer. I think we can say that. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to spend all my wood with this action. So I could pick up 2 reed. I could take a vegetable. I think I'll just take a vegetable. And then I can take a vegetable again in round 10, or I can sow. Either of those are fine actions. And then my last move could be start player potatoes. It could be start player spade. Yeah, potatoes seems reasonable. Starting to get the stone from spade is kind of nice. Although I might only sow 2 more times for the rest of the game, or twice more. So then spade is a wood into 2 stone, which is not really a great conversion. Yeah, we've certainly benefited from the fact that other people's games have taken them farther away from the family growth queue than mine did. So that's worked out pretty well. Ooh, cheapskate. I like this. This is fun. Although he's already played all 3 of the guilds, so the miner is not as relevant. Yeah, because you could play cheapskate and then use it to play a guild. In fact, you could play cheapskate and use it to play manufacture and then build a guild as well. That's fun. I've not seen this interaction yet. Although unfortunately PJ17 has already built all the guilds, so he's playing some different miner, I would assume. Thought he might have been pushing Ox for Quarry or something. Jeweler's a big trap card. Love to see it. Haven't ever made it work. Yeah, the second stone is really expensive. It's really expensive. Like if you compare it straight up to that other card, Stone Sculptor, and you think, how can this be bad? But the second stone is it's very expensive. Second stone is extremely expensive. Yeah. You got the 4 occupations round 4. Oh, you're talking about touldin. Yeah, touldin. Yes, you're right. He got to 4 occupations very quickly. And then played a clay plaster manually to set up his clay supports. Now, to be fair, looks like he's gonna grow uncontested. Doesn't look like anyone else wants to build any more rooms. Do I want to start player here? Start player into 3 reed? Or do I just take the 2 reed here? 2 reed is enough to reno twice more. I don't really need a 3rd reed. Yeah, I could play potatoes, but I don't really need to. And I'm already seated second, so. Ok. Six food is not a bad action. Yep. Yeah. So I get plus wood FF. Feed 6 and pay for vine. So grain to, whoops, so 3 food J. I end up like that. I harvest here. Okay. Yeah, 7 food traveling players here is not a bad move. Or I could take wood and potentially build a bunch of stables. The nice thing about taking wood here is that I could fence 15 and still get barrel maker in round 11. Get my vine field? No, I don't have a second vegetable yet. I think I'm just going to take 4 wood here. So now I can fence 15 and plow 1 field the start of round 11 and still trigger barrel maker in the round 11 harvest. That sounds fun. And then in round 13 or whatever, I can do 4 stables. Build 4 stables. 7 food traveling players is looking pretty good now. I'm actually liking it quite a bit. I didn't want to do it with my first move because I thought there would be better stuff, but I kind of like 7 food traveling players now. And then my last action can either be sow or take a vegetable. And I'm happy with either of those. Mercator's going to start wanting to take crops and then sow. So maybe if I want to get on sow, I have to do it with this action. Because we might see Mercator take 1 vegetable with this move to last action sow. Because he wants to trailblaze at the start of round 11. So yeah, I probably have to sow with this action. And then I'll last action traveling players. And then round 11 I can fence 15. Seems good. So yeah, it seems like Master Fencer and Master Tanner might both be dead cards, but considering the way the game's gone, I'm not too upset about that. Okay, looks like vegetable or so will be safe, so I'll go ahead and take traveling players here. Because Mercator took Reedstone Food instead of trying to set up Trailblazer here. All right. He does have Basket Maker. I knew it. I knew it. This is a pretty late Basket Maker, though. The big advantage is 6 food. The big advantage is Basket Maker is like 6 food if you play it in stage 1 and you use it in the first 2 harvests. Playing it now is not as good. I know he wanted to get his Jeweler online, but 1 reed versus 2 stone, obviously it's a lot easier to get 1 reed. And in fact, it's really easy to get 2 reed, or with his Peaceworker 3 reed, which would be 9 food, or 7 food if he's paying 1 extra or whatever. So, yeah. PJ17 takes the vegetable, no problem, so I will sow with my last move. So minus wood plus a field, round 11. I'm going to have so many points. Now, I don't have a lot of improvement points. That's important to note. I've totally given up on major improvements, but I mean, I could still build a fireplace. If I want to grow with Master Tanner, which presumably is doable if I first action fence into 2 boar, second action. So I could still grow with Master Tanner in round 12 if I build a fireplace. The problem will be getting enough clay, because clay's actually gone extremely quickly this game. It's been in very high demand. What do we got here? PJ17 is playing dual field. Man, I wanted this card. Oh well, it worked out. I can't complain because things have worked out pretty well for me. And then we had Mercator play Storehouse Minder. Love this card. Love it. But this is an extremely late Storehouse Minder. This is not the way... Play-ag Minder. Yeah. Play-ag will. That's going to be a picture of me on the Minder. And then Fence Dealer for PJ17. Fence Dealer's a nice card. Yep. Fence Dealer's a nice card here. So Mercator's saying he doesn't really understand Storehouse Minder. You should watch one of my videos. It's not a card that gets played all that often. And I don't know if my explanation was particularly helpful. I kind of just said what the card does. But maybe it was, hopefully it was more helpful than the text of the card. I guess I will maybe want to take vegetable once more. What am I doing this round? I'm pretty sure the first action has got to be fencing, right? Fence 15. Because if I fence 15, I have a chance to get 2 breeding pairs. I have a chance to get boar and sheep, which would be pretty good. So yeah, I think first move's got to be fence 15 here. Fortunately, I don't need food because of my beautiful 7 food action last round. Even then, I wouldn't need much food, but fence 15. Yeah, part of what's enabling this game is I got Reeve with my 5th action, or 5th pick occupation. That probably should not have happened. I was looking at that first pile and thinking, man, this pile sucks. But it's ended up, obviously I ended up getting some pretty good cards, so. Yeah, Mercator, the thing is, Mercator's got 4 boar already and no capacity for any additional animals. So any animals he takes are just for feeding. And is sowing. When did Mercator get a grain? I missed that. Did he mean to go on some other space? When did Mercator take grain? Mercator took grain with his last action last round. Okay, I just missed that. Alright, that's why. And his farm didn't update till just now. Alright, 2 boar here. So yeah, in order for me to grow with Master Tanner, I need to let the boar grow. Obviously not a problem. The big thing is that I need a way to eat the boar. So I would have to get 5 clay to Reno plus play the 2 clay fireplace, which is a lot. So it might not be worth it. He took grain right before I sowed. Okay, yeah. Sometimes that happens where I don't always, like, especially when I'm pretty set on what I'm doing, I don't always clue in on the action immediately before me. Especially when I'm talking to you guys. I need to be more careful about that. Debt Collector here for touldin. Great card. Great card. Having access to Plow Sow round 14 in a game with Pickler and Capitalist for grain looks fantastic. So I really want to make sure that I get all my sowing done in round 13. I need to be careful. I need to be mindful of that. So puts me in a bit good spot for Pickler because PJ17 can't sow now. Yep. Yeah, definitely would have liked to with his dual field. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Now, obviously, the Debt Collector gives touldin quite nice access to Plow Sow. However, touldin has 0 fields. 0 fields on his farm right now. Whoa. Mercator just played T. I have not seen T played for quite some time. He removed the wrong person. So he played T. Honestly, I'll play T. I'll pretty happily play T. Although I have other miners I want to play more, but yeah, looks like we're just taking sheep again. Yeah. I don't see any reason to do anything else. I could sow. I could take vegetable, but sowing's not worth it. It would be vegetable that if I'm not taking it here. So, yep, just taking a pair of sheep looks good. So plus wood FF, turn a grain into FFFJ. Then I feed 6 and 2 food for an occupation. Breed. So I'll play Master Tanner here, even though I don't really plan. I might not use it, but I'll still play it. There's no point in me playing Master Fencer aside from Reeve points, so play my Master Tanner here. Alright, we're looking good. Looking good. So the big thing is getting 5 clay. And to get 5 clay, I probably have to take clay twice, which when I only have 3 actions kind of stinks. Makes me wonder if I should gamble on getting 5 clay in round 13. Now, the pottery player has 7 clay in his supply already. Minus wood plus I, of course. Yes, thank you. Yes. Absolutely, thank you. Now I'm well positioned to take a sow action in either this round or next round. And the nice thing is I could sow into Reno, although Reno's unlikely to be available. I guess I would like to sow into Family Growth, ideally, because then I could sow and then Family Growth play T, freeing up the sow action to go do something else. Although, in all likelihood, it's probably just going to go into another grain move or something. When am I going to trigger Sunflower Farm is a good question. I probably want to hit sow in round 14, even if the debt collector plays plow sow. I can just take sow. So that means I should have 2 empty fields at the start of after. I mean, now is probably the best time for me to play Sunflower Field. The problem is I only have 2 grain in my supply. So playing Sunflower Farm would kind of kill that. Mercator start player foraging. Sure. It's a free point. I'm really not sure what to do here. I could take 1 grain, and that would pay for my Sunflower Farm. But then I'm just playing taking grain, playing Sunflower Farm. That's not much of a round. Would like to do better than that if I can. Mercator gets a shot at 6 wood for the 4th time. Yeah, nobody wants wood, which is ridiculous because they all need fencing. They all need wood for fencing, except for PJ17. But he wants wood for joinery. Oh man. Well, I certainly want to sow this round. And if I don't sow this round, I want to sow next round. Maybe I just take 1 grain. Take veg. I think taking a grain is better because of Sunflower Farm. 3 vegetable might be enough to win Pickler with this kind of game. The way this game has gone, 3 veg. So what's my round 13? My round 13 is take 5 clay, Reno fireplace, eat 3 boar Family Growth. On Family Growth, I would play potatoes. That's a lot. That would use all my boar. Yeah, I think I'd take grain here. I think I do take grain. Maybe it's not worth it to play the fireplace. I think the grain is worth it for Sunflower Farm, though. And it helps me get my capitalist a bit easier. Merc will, vegetable, then plow sow. I think sowing... If I sow with this action, I basically guarantee that Mercator will plow sow round 13, which gets me Family Growth. And if I get Family Growth, then maybe I could wait to master Tanner Grow until round 14. That would be an option. Yeah, because Mercator wants to sow here. So does PJ17. So the problem is I need to get my Sunflower Farm out. You know what? I'll do this. And then if they don't sow with this action, then I will sow with my 3rd action. Okay. I think this works. think this works. Oh. Yeah, I'm doing some weird moves here. This has been a game where I do all the weird moves. Like, don't take 6 wood, don't take 4 wood. How are you going to get to 4 grain fields? Well, I mean, I sow 2 grain and then I sow 2 grain again. I might have to give up. It would mean giving up on rum distillery for one harvest, which is probably worth it. It's probably worth giving up on rum distillery just to get the sunflower field points, I think. And I mean, I could always take 1 grain again, is the other thing. That's also an option. Yeah. Ooh, touldin took 4 clay. I really want that 6 clay. Guarantees a 4 capitalist victory point. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I really want to just make sowing and baking really good moves for me, because the more I do that, then the more likely I am to get all these victory points. Ooh, Mercator's playing Stonehouse Extension. Okay, so Mercator is definitely plow sowing, which means I'm definitely getting family growth. Okay, so then family growth, hoping the 6 clay comes back, and then Reno with my last move, maybe? This is also a nice time to play Stonehouse Extension, because obviously I can't legally play it myself. So that works out okay. Yep, that looks good. And start of the round, pay a wood, get a field. So I actually think Stonehouse Extension is amazingly good with Storehouse Minder. I think Storehouse Minder is like one of the best Stonehouse Extension cards, because getting the extra read for renovating plus Stonehouse Extension, it's one of the cards that lets you do that. Sandswall, subscribe to tier 1. Thank you so much, Sandswall. I really appreciate that. Hope you've been enjoying the games. I've been enjoying streaming them, and you guys being a part of the community has really made it a lot more fun for me, so thank you. Mercator plays South Pole Explorer. I guess he's just playing it for the reef points. There goes my Reno. Yep. Yep. Well, at least Reno plus Fireplace. Maybe I get 4 clay into Reno round 14. That's possible. Because Mercator is at a Stonehouse already. So it's possible I hit that. Should I take 2 cattle here? Is 2 cattle better than family growth? Mercator will not family growth. So if PJ17 passes on family growth, I will get family growth back. So I will take 2 cattle here. South Pole Explorer doesn't do anything if you don't play it in stage 1. It's okay. No problem. So if I don't eat my grain here, I'm not getting any lumber. So that means I have to pick up some food. Like I need to fishing, for example. Or take wood again. Or take grain. Yeah, taking grain is 3 food and a point. That's seems like an okay action. It's better than fishing. I presume it's better than fishing. Actually, fishing might be better, because fishing is, I'm gonna need 7 food and then 2 food for an occupation. Yeah. No barrel now. Yep, you're right. Yep. That's okay. I'll go and I'll use my last wood to fence in round 14 and then plan to build a couple stables. I could take wood again, because if I take the wood, it's more food and more stables, so long as I get the stable action, which presumably I should. Doesn't look like anyone else wants to build stables. Master Stableman can't. PJ17 wants defense. touldin wants defense. Yep. I could take wood, and that would get me my barrel maker food again. I maybe should even consider start playering. Now, start player is usually a fairly low priority action when deck collector is out. However, the so bake space will be extremely good. It's going to be extremely good. Though it's not like anyone else really wants access to it. No one else can bake. The ovens are all available. Yeah, being stuck on 3 family members has really hurt this game. The Master Tanner to grow would have been really nice, but I never... the fact that I never got a cooking implement in play has hurt. So that's maybe a different line I should have gone down. So, last 2 moves. What am I doing here? Oh, family growth got taken by PJ17. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I could start player and then plan to get 6 wood back. Or I just take 6 wood now. And start player hopefully comes all the way around. Yeah. It's probably a 2 point and 2 food action, which seems good. I could grain. Yeah, I could grain with my last move. I could start player, play potatoes. I wonder what the thing is. If I don't start player, I guess Mercator only has 1 action left, and Mercator will family growth. So is touldin likely to start player? He does have deck collector, so it does give him access to the first 2 actions in that round. Oh, PJ17 is start playering here. Okay, that's fine. Is that fine? That might be really bad. Yeah, don't forget deck collector. Yeah. Hopefully he didn't forget deck collector. Because if he sows... I gotta hope that PJ17 is... like the animal actions are a bit more appealing for PJ17. I gotta hope that something like that happens. And that plowing, because touldin will plow sow just to block it, because why not? Unless he correctly predicts that if he plows, then PJ17 plows sows, which would maybe deny me points, and I might be his #1 competition. So grain to FFFJ, and then plus wood F, not wood F, plus wood FF. Feed 6 and 2 food for Auk. And then I breed. And I breed. And I breed. I feel pretty vindicated on honestly how bad these occupations have been. I feel like I was correct not to, you know, kind of go all in on Tutor and Reeve, because they've really not supported the game that I've wanted to do. I'll pay a wood to plow a field. I harvest these. Hopefully I get so bake. So bake will be a lot of points. Lot of points. It's 2 points because of capitalist. It's probably gets me sole ownership of Pickler, which is 3 points. It turns on my sunflower farm, which is 4 points. Yeah, getting so bake is really important. And you know what? I said all along those 2 actions are the most important actions in the game, and I didn't really, I didn't play like that. I took 2 cattle instead of doing start player, and maybe the 2 cattle would have come back. Yeah, the 2 cattle might have come back. I might have made a huge mistake not start playering there. I kind of thought that people with Debt Collector, people would stay away, which does happen. It does happen that people stay away because of Debt Collector. I really hope PJ17 remembers it, because if PJ17 doesn't plow here and first action thinks he's going to plow so, that's going to be really irritating. Because if he thinks he's getting plow so around 14, I'm sorry, but you're not. Yeah. So's. Well, yeah, that tells me he thinks he's getting plow so. $10-11 because of sunflower threshold. Yeah, it's a lot of points. So bake is incredibly important for me. Yeah, so now what's going to happen is PJ17 is going to take control of the board, put his person on plow so, and then when we say, no, that's not how this is happening, is going to say, question mark, question mark, question mark? Hey, good job. Okay, that pleases me. You know what? This makes plow one field really good for PJ17. So hopefully he takes that instead of so bake. I mean, he would only be sowing one field. So bake, 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 so bake. Game was accelerated by surprise 6 winouts, tanked by taking 6 win over start player. Yeah. That might have been the wrong move. Might have been. All right. Just plow. Plow is a 3-point move. 3-point move plow. You know you want it. I'm sending mind control through the computer. Oh, I should announce my AUK. Touldin in his sprawling manse. Yeah, he does have quite the sprawling manse. That's a nice way to say it. Man, my last like 3 occupations are going to do nothing for me, which is quite the shame. Quite the shame. Quite the shame. What am I saying? That's not a phrase. It's a shame. Like the Winchester Mansion. Is the Winchester Mansion royal? Is that one of the royalty properties? Oh, Mercator's played Miller at the start of the round with his parchment, and is using it to build a stone oven. Yeah, Miller's a fantastic card in a Reef game. It's just pay a food to increase your occupation count. Oh. Oh. Was that a good move? Did he just sow for 2 points? Well, it might be a winning move against me. It might mean that he beats me. Well, I mean, I did it to myself. I have no one but myself to blame. That's too bad. Winchester Mystery House. I have no one but myself to blame. Oh well, I needed to start player, second move, round 13. I'm not convinced that PJ17 knew Debt Collector was in play when he start playered, because Plow was available all last round and he never took it. So needing to start player to Plow round 14 was not really a thing that he needed to do. But I mean, I took the risk, and you know, I reap the rewards for it. So, I mean, I get the pickler points, which is nice. It hurts. It hurts me a lot. Hurts me a lot. I'll ask him once we're deeper into the round. Grain is 3.3 food. Well, it's probably not 3 food. It's probably just the points, right? Are my last two moves take 4 clay and then sow? So play potatoes for a point. That would be 2 moves, 4 points. I mean, I have stables. I should probably just play stables. Doesn't make start player less critical. Yes and no, I guess. I'll say. I'll build my 4 stables here. It's 4 points. And then my last move. I should probably just take grain, take food, something. I need food. I need quite a bit of food, actually. So I should traveling players, I guess. Yeah. Because I want to play Master Fencer, because it's 3 points for my Reeve. Yep. 10 sympathy bits. Thanks for the bit, Sensol. I appreciate that. Sensol stream MVP. That's right. I lose 2 points if I rum. Yeah. But I also lose 3 points if I don't play an occupation, right? So... And I'm not collecting anything for Barrel Maker. So yeah, I think probably just 4 food traveling players is my last action here. Makes sense. And I still end up with a pretty solid farm, although being on a wood house and only having 3 family members is a problem. Yeah, that 2 breed action was totally wasted. It doesn't do anything for me. Oh, man. Oh, well. I mean, I have very good animal points. And I got 5 bonus points here. And I have 3 bonus points from the Reeve. And I presume 3 bonus points from Pickler. So I have whatever I score plus 11, it looks like. All right, let's take a look at what this final score is. My green is worth 2 points for my capitalist. So 2 points from my capitalist. So 5, 5. So I have what I score plus 13. So I score 49. Man, guys, I would have been well into the 50s if I get a so bake action. That sucks. Is that enough to win? It might be enough to win. PJ 17, no, he's got a bunch of minor. Yeah, he's got a bunch of points here. Yeah, or Mercator. Yeah, that move was enough for Mercator to win over me. So yeah, looks like we're both beating touldin, most likely. Although touldin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for his tutor. He gets the Pickler bonus, which Mercator does not. Mercator scores 56 as his final. Yeah. What do we got here? Touldin plays Cooking Hearth. Yeah, so it looks like we're probably second to Mercator here, who did have family growth round 7 kind of not really handed to him. He did have to work for it. But the fact that he got so big in round 14 was thanks to PJ17. Now, it's very possible that Mercator start players if PJ17 doesn't. That's definitely possible. Yeah, so he says, yeah, I forgot about Deck Collector. Of course he did. Yeah. Well, that happens. What was his action? Was it plow sow? Was it field miner? Round 13. PJ17 start player plus. Yeah, he start playered and played field. Yeah, that's too bad. I'm kind of annoyed because I think PJ17 did a bad action, and I think that bad action meant that I didn't win. Yeah, I'm kind of salty. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to PJ17, but he's admitting I forgot about Deck Collector, and it's like when Deck Collector's in play, we need to start shouting at people. Like and this is not the first time it's happened. I need to start shouting at people, Deck Collector, Deck Collector, Deck Collector, Deck Collector, because this is not the first time it's happened, and it's very impactful. It was a very impactful move because, of course, it meant that I didn't get so bake, which means that my sunflower farm is dead. It cost me a couple points for my capitalist. Like, yeah, it was a massive, massive mistake. What is Touldin's house? Yeah, Touldin has kind of a funny house. He's got a lot of bonus points. 6 points for tutor. Wait, what's worth 6 points? Oh, jeweler. Yeah, it's my own fault. I should have start played with my second move. I thought, oh, I'll get 6 wood and that'll be really nice because start play will come back, but oh well, that happens. And then Mercator wins with his one field move. That sucks. That sucks. I mean, I have to say, a 49-point farm with with a wood house and 3 rooms and only 3 family members. Like, this is a pretty great farm. You can just see I'm missing that last push. Sunflower farm would have been 4 points. Plus I would have gotten an extra, I would have been at 8 grain. So then I score another 2 points from grain plus another 2 points from capitalist. So it's 8 points just right there. That's an 8-point swing. So I hit 57 and I beat Mercator at 56. Because my first move was vegetable. And if I sow a vegetable, although I wouldn't have had room to sow the vegetable, I guess. Or would I have? I don't remember. Yeah, I guess I would have had room to sow the vegetable and then 2 grain. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, GG. And solo ownership of Pickler. No, I would have still tied it. Because I took 1 vegetable, so I would have only sown 1 vegetable. So I would have been at 4 veggies either way. And in fact, touldin could have taken vegetable as a 3-point move against me. But, I mean, if he wants to do that, that's fine. There were other options for him as well, so it would have probably been, yeah. So, I mean, the big swing is the capitalist and the sunflower farm. So that's my own mistake, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, man. This game is really unforgiving. And you know what? I don't know what miners are in their hand. Maybe they have, like, field was not a great miner to play there when plow is available. Like, playing field into first action plow is seems bad when plow and field's available. But I mean, that happens, so. Oh yeah, GG guys. Yeah. Also, three occupations that do nothing for me is a problem as well. That's obviously a problem. 3 occs that just do absolutely nothing. So let's take a quick look at the draft and see if I had better options for those actions. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. Oh, I should copy the link to this game because I'm going to put it in the forum for the 4-wood thing. Alright, so I first picked Barrel Maker, which looks like it's a bit worse than Tutor and Reeve. I'm surprised by that. I think Barrel Maker is extremely good. And Capitalist makes sense. Master Tanner over Peace Worker. They're pretty similar in strength. Master Fencer here. Yeah, I didn't really want Manufacturer. Manufacturer sucked all the clay out of the game. That and the clay supports. So I could have maybe taken Puppeteer, although I ended up using Traveling Players a couple times myself. So I never really got my feeding. I mean, my feeding was quite good. I used Traveling Players in round 3, right? And in round 14. So I used it twice. So it would have been an alternative. I mean, the fact that I ended up getting the other one would have, the other occupation card made a big difference. Vine Dresser was great. Riverman didn't do anything for me. Yeah. So this Master Fencer, I don't know what else it could have been. Maybe Storehouse Minder. Although I don't really think I have time for Storehouse Minder. Not with the miners that I ended up getting. And then Master Tanner could have been Tile Maker. I could have gone for 2 points from Tile Maker at the end of the game. I don't know. So I take Farm School here over Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball is great. It didn't actually end up getting played, I don't think. I'm surprised Parchment's points are as high as it is. I think Parchment has some struggles. I mean, I like the card, but I think people don't play it well. Like, I don't think Mercator played it ideally. Maybe didn't have an option. Rum Distillery is great. Potatoes didn't end up getting played. Sunflower Farm is great. Yeah. Miners, I think it's pretty hard for me to say my miners should have been played differently. I mean, it comes down to the one move. Like, I kind of threw the game there, which is a shame. So, yeah, that's going to be all for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Thank you very much to Sanswall for your bits and the sub. I really appreciate that. I'm going to stream tomorrow. And it'll probably be similar time as to today. Well, it depends on how active the site is. That's the big thing about streaming in the evening, is it's a lot less reliable than streaming like around the afternoon. So yeah, sometime in the evening tomorrow I will stream, and I'll put a message out on the Discord. And if you've gotten to the end of this video and you would like to, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get 1 free Twitch sub per month. And if you want to use it on me, I would appreciate that. Twitch.tv/play_agricola. And yeah, that's all for today. We'll see you guys next time.